Hello everyone. Welcome to this tutorial where we will dive deep into building a blockchain-based human resources platform. In today's world, HR systems can benefit immensely from transparency, security, and efficiency provided by blockchain technology. So, let's get started. Before we dive into coding, let's discuss the architectural plan for our platform. We will build a system where employee records are stored on the blockchain. This will include features like employee onboarding, record updates, and verification. First, we need to set up our development environment. We'll be using Java and some libraries to interact with the blockchain, like Web3j. Make sure you have JDK installed and create a new Maven project for this tutorial. Next, add dependencies for Web3j and a JSON processing library in your pom.xml file. These will help us connect to Ethereum for our blockchain functionalities. Let's create our first smart contract, which will handle our employee records. In the root directory of your project, create a folder named Contracts. Inside that folder, create a file named employeerecords.sol. In employeerecords.sol, we will write our smart contract. This contract will allow us to add, update, and retrieve employee records securely on the blockchain. Let's define our basic structure. In this contract, we defined a structure for an employee and a mapping to store the employees. We also created a function addEmployee to add new employees to the blockchain. Let's compile and deploy this contract. Ensure you have Truffle installed for compiling and migrating the contract. If not, you can install it globally using npm install gtruffle. Now let's interact with our smart contract using Java. Next, let's implement the addEmployee method to interact with our deployed smart contract. We will also handle the wallet connection using Web3j. In the addEmployee method, we create a Web3j instance, connect to our Ethereum service, and load the smart contract. Remember to replace the keys and address appropriately before running the application. Now, let's implement methods to fetch employee details and to update an employee's salary. The smart contract will also need corresponding methods for these functionalities. In the update salary method, we find the employee by their ID and update their salary. In the getEmployee method, we retrieve the employee details based on their ID. Now let's move to our Java code to call these functions. That's it for our blockchain interaction. You have successfully created a smart contract and interacted with it using Java. Each employee's record is securely stored on the blockchain, ensuring immutability and verifiability. Next, we're going to discuss how to integrate this blockchain solution into a front-end web application for better usability. We'll create a simple UI using JavaFX or Swing for our platform. Ensure that you have JavaFX set up in your project. Now, let's add a few UI components to allow users to add or view employee records. In the above code, we've set up buttons to add and view employees. We will link these buttons to methods we created earlier to interact with the smart contract. Now let's finalize our application. After finishing our UI, you can run your JavaFX application and interact with your blockchain-based HR system through the user interface you created. Make sure to test adding, updating, and retrieving employee records. To summarize today's tutorial, we have built a simple human resources platform where employee records are securely handled using blockchain technology. We have set up a smart contract, interacted with it using Java, and created a UI to interact with our blockchain. Thank you for following along. If you found this tutorial helpful, please like and subscribe for more in-depth programming tutorials. Leave your comments and suggestions below. Happy coding!